Hello everyone. Today we're going to be trying to make a Breyer barn because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but my Instagram is Riley A. Bonds. And I'm pretty sure I have a link to it on my YouTube. Maybe, I'm not sure. Anyways, I had posted something on there recently about how I have been neglecting the model horse community extremely. Um, and I want to get back to it. Hello, Savage Penguin, and one other person. Oh, two other people. We got two other people. What up? I'm actually going to be interacting with you guys this time. I'm really bad at doing that, and I never respond to comments. I'm sorry. We got another person. Hello. But anyways, I've been not doing anything with the model horse community because I've been playing video games, I've been writing, I've been painting, I've been doing a lot of stuff that does not revolve around model horses, and I miss the model horse community. It's bad enough it's already been kind of dying out by itself, and I am not helping. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get back into it. I've been posting daily on Instagram, and I've been making a lot of tack, which I'm also going to show you guys just for the fun of it. I'm gonna kind of give you a tour of like my new models and my new tack that I've made, and of course we're going to start making a barn. So I'm gonna show you first what we're working with making a barn. I am not prepared at all. I have no supplies. Like I'm just gonna kind of make it up as I go. I mean, I have a basic idea of what I want. It's going to be very small. Well, actually, not necessarily small, just like really up against the wall because my room is already like really cluttered. So I'll give you a quick room tour if you are new. Well, not room tour, but just like show you like why I don't have much room. But we're going to try to make at least a couple stalls, a tack room, / feed room, and a pasture, and an arena. Maybe not even an arena. It's probably just going to be a multi-use pasture and arena. I mean, I need to have a pasture because I support turnout, daily turnout for horses. I mean, my horses live outside, so they're always outside. But if you do not turn out your horse regularly, I'm sorry, but I do not like you. So anyway, let's give you guys a quick room tour or just tour of what we're working with today. So let's flip the camera around. So this is where the barn will be. It's going to have to be up against the wall. And I have a couple ideas of some things that I'm going to like reuse to try to, like this, for instance. I bought this for my snake before I got him because I thought he was going to be bigger, but he's really tiny, and so we can't use this. And so I'm going to turn it upside down and make a stall. It's not the prettiest stall. It's not realistic, but it's a stall. And it gets that out of the way until, well, Mr. Cosmo is ready to use it when he's bigger. Which, if I have not, have I mentioned that on my channel? I don't think I have. My snake has a name. His name is Cosmo. He is hiding right now. But, yeah. So anyway, this is the space we're working with. And it's going to be all up against the wall. I want to have stalls, maybe a paddock in between, and then tack room, and then I'll just have the arena out here somewhere. Because I don't spend much time in this corner, obviously, because, I mean, I can't see my TV from there. Really, when I'm in here, I'm either in my bed or at my computer. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to make it work out of some cardboard boxes, and that's about it. And I'm going to steal some of Cosmo's bedding to use for some wood shaving. I'm not going to use much of it, obviously, but at least a little bit. So now, I guess I should show you some of the tack and new models that I've gotten or acquired since my last videos. I'm pretty sure you've seen her, but I'll show her anyway. This is Stacy, my DAH Peterstone. Hello, Winter Briars. But she is adorable. She is probably my favorite model. But she is wearing this little flower crown that I made out of some pipe cleaners and paper flowers. And so, yeah, that's it. Nothing over there, really. I got this guy. This is Padre, the Mustang. I got him off of eBay as like a random purchase. And yeah, I mean, his eyes were looking a little demonic, so I painted some whites on his eyes. And that's pretty much him. He was just, I had seen him on eBay, and I was like, I need to get back to model horses, and I bought him just for the fun of it. And on my desk over here, this is my most recent model that I've purchased. This is Thunder, I think. But I got him at the tack shop, which was just a random buy, but he's sitting on my desk because I don't have any room at all. All of my shelves are full, which is another reason we're making this barn, so we can conserve some space. And then over here, there's a lot of new guys over here. I don't know if you've seen him. He was my first Peterstone I got. I got him back in like October, I think, but I don't know if I've actually showed him. But he is a Peterstone performance horse, I think. I don't know. I don't know who he is. He was another random eBay buy. I got him from Canada, but I don't know who he is, so yeah. Don't think this guy has been featured on my channel either, but this is a Peterstone-ish who I bought him. He was a custom, and I bought him like this, but his paint job was a whole lot worse. It still is pretty bad, but I mean, at least I was able to fix it because his eyes used to be horrible. And he used to have brush streaks and like really weird dapples, and I got rid of them. I painted him completely black and white, and I gave him a black tip tail. And of course, I fixed his eyes. And he looks better, much better. Also, his hooves were a disaster, but I painted them to fix them, and they are much better. I'm pretty sure you've seen her, but she was a Christmas present. She is a special run Peterstone. And she is wearing a halter that I made, and this is probably the best halter I've made. It's very nice, and it looks adorable on her. And it's also got these, this is a lead rope, honestly, but I just tied it up to make it look like reins. And she's also wearing these leg wraps that are just made of elastic and tacky wax to keep them on. He's got some too. But yeah. And then up here is a Peterstone. I have purchased a lot of Peterstone. He is a Peterstone pleasure horse, Western pleasure horse. But he was slightly customized. His face was slightly customized and his neck was slightly customized. And he was blank. He was not primed or anything. I had to sand him and all, but I bought him, sanded him, and painted him to be this beautiful splash. And I think I did a pretty good job on him, especially with the pinking. But, yep. So put him back up there. This is the 70th anniversary saddlebred. I got him maybe about a week or two ago. Again, from my local tack shop. He was just, I saw him and had to have him. And this is, I'm pretty sure you've seen him before, but this is Duke, Peterstone Duke, a thoroughbred, but I named him Slash. And I'm pretty sure you've seen him too, but this is a wood grain jumping horse, but he doesn't have his stand. And I gave him this one that I stole from a jumping Breyer, and he doesn't stand up with it, so I have taped him to the shelf. But, I mean, hey, it works. And here, I have some stablemates that I have painted to look like Star Stable horses. So, this is a I forget, Jorvik Warmblood. This is one of the Frisian Sport horses, this is one of the quarter horses, and this is one of the Hanoverians. And then I got some more random stablemates. These aren't painted to look like anything, they're just there. But I painted this girl, even though she's missing an ear. I think she's pretty cute. I painted her with pastel dust. These guys I think you've seen, but again, just some random eBay buys. I bought them blank, painted them to be splashes as well. And down here, I have this gorgeous boy, my most recent Peterstone purchase, but I just love him so much. He is a Black Shire, and I just cannot tell you how much I love him. He's just so beautiful. He's like my favorite draft horse, because I'm not a fan of draft horses at all, which is why I don't have many compared to my whole collection. I only have a few, but I've never been a fan of drafts, but these two are adorable. And this is the Persian, I think. He's just plain black. I'm gonna not necessarily repaint him, but I'm at least gonna do some etching maybe and give him some markings because he's really bland, and maybe paint his hooves a different color because he's just all one color. So he's not the prettiest. I mean, I love his mold, but he could have a better paint job is all, but I still love him. And is that it? I think that might be it as far as new models. So I guess I will move on to Tack. I mean, as you can see, I have made like all these row pouches that you've seen. I have made. I made his kind of fell apart. I don't really know what happened to it, but. And I also made this halter, which doesn't belong to anybody in particular, but it's also got a lead rope. And over here, back over here, I have this saddle that I have made. It is my best work so far, but it's got the decorative plates. And yeah, I mean, that's really all it is. It's nothing special. It took a long time to make, but... And this cinch I did not make. I ordered this off of Etsy, but it's very cute. And it goes great with that saddle, but... Yeah, and I also made a ton of saddle pads for it. I know this is not what a Western saddle pad is supposed to look like, but I made all of these saddle pads. This is a hackamore I made. This is actually Stacy's. But it is slightly broken, so I need to fix it. It's not really broken. It's just one of the keepers, buckle keepers came undone. And I need to glue it back. Anyway, all these saddle pads. Pokemon, Flames, Camo. I forget what this is called, but yay, saddle pads. I have some English saddle pads. This one is not complete, but it's supposed to be a close contact saddle pad. This saddle I'm pretty sure you've seen, but if you haven't, just a basic old English saddle. I did not make this. This is a Breyer racing saddle, but I made the saddle pad. I know the colors are inaccurate, but that was a joke, but I don't feel like explaining it. And another close contact saddle pad with a skull on it, which the saddle goes with, but I don't feel like trying to put it back on there. Okay, it stayed. This is a piece of driftwood that I just found at the beach, and I thought it would work well for holding saddles, but again, don't need it if we're gonna make this barn, which we will in just a second. Don't mind Cosmo's shed skin. It's kind of everywhere because it fell apart, but anyway, that is that. And let's see what I have in this box of Tack. I have this saddle that goes with this saddle pad. This is Stacy's saddle set. It's just an all blue set. This bridleless bit, because I made the bridle and it came out horribly, so I just pulled the bit off kept the reins, and I just need to make another headstall for it, but it's supposed to be a Western bridle. Hello, Brooke Equestrian. Here's another Western bridle I made simply by taking this braided embroidery floss, I guess. I don't really know what it is. I simply took it and just wrapped it around the leather, and it made a nice little cool looking bridle. That bridle does not belong to anyone in particular. It's just a random bridle. Random girth that was really just like half, you know what, just I didn't care too much about it because you can't really see it anyway, but it works for any English saddle. The original cinch that I made for this saddle, but then I bought that one, so I didn't need that one. A lasso that goes with any Western saddle. Some skid boots that do not really work. Like if you put them on the horse, you're never going to get them off. Some splint boots. This saddle I made a really long time ago. That's why it's really terrible. A tie down, Western tie down. And a Western breastplate that goes with that saddle. What else do I have? Is that it? I think that's about it. Anything else that's in here is like super old. So yeah, that is all that is in there. And I'm pretty sure that's like, this is my last box of stuff. Might as well put everything back the way it's supposed to be. You're gonna hear my dogs barking throughout this a lot, and I apologize, but they like to bark at everything. And then, oh no, never mind. There's a lot of tack in here. So if you haven't seen this before, this is my little contraption of horse outfits. So these are all different horses' outfits, or some of them are just grouped together, like barn props, and it has like jolly balls and just stuff sitting around that you would have in your barn. Movie props, you know. Or I have these for different horses. Like this is Shelby stuff, that's Axel's, that's Stacy's, that's empty. That is a police horse outfit. And that's random rope halters, empty, empty. That's Izzy's. And that is Slash's. So yeah, although I don't think there's anything in there now that I think about it that's new. So I'm not gonna bother pulling that all out. But since saddle pads don't fit, I just slide them on top. This is Williams. Where is Williams? At the top. So yeah. Also, if you're wondering why I have my Schleich dogs out, I have not pulled them out and messed with them in years, so I just kind of did for the fun of it, and that's why they're sitting everywhere. But anyway, I'll try to set that on there good enough for right this moment. I don't need Cosmo's skin sitting around. I'm going to make a necklace out of it, that's why I have it sitting here. Anyhow, that is it for all new stuff. So now let's see what we can do about the barn. I just think that, I mean, we have like 10,000 cardboard boxes, so that's not going to be hard to do. But I'm going to need to go grab some supplies, and my phone is going to need to be plugged in so I can stream for an extended amount of time if I end up doing so. Oh, I forgot to show these guys. So, how I had all of my stablemates, or a couple stablemates, painted to look like Star Stable horses. I bought all of these to do that with. I'm going to repaint some of them. Well, I was going to repaint them all to be Star Stable horses, but some of them are just too darn cute to paint, and I also just have not bothered to paint them at all yet. But I mean, I've taken them out of the box multiple times, but just for not having stuff scattered about, I am keeping them in there until I decide what to do with them. Like, there's a couple I can tell you I'm going to paint. I'm probably going to paint him because he looks like a Cheeto. I'm probably going to paint him because he has a big old scratch on the other side of him. And a couple of these guys. I'm going to paint him because he's too red. And I'm probably going to paint the thoroughbred. But the rest I still have not really decided. And this one looks too much like my friend's horse, so I'm going to keep it, that one. Like, that's the one I'm for sure keeping. The rest are kind of, don't really know. So anyways, that's that. Let me grab my extension cord so I can plug my phone in and not have it die midstream, because that's happened way too many times. Well, not really. Honestly, if my stream cuts out for some random reason, it's usually because of the Wi-Fi, because our Wi-Fi is just awful. So let me plug this in. I'm going to leave you guys here for 1 second. Okay. Have something to stand up my camera with. And we're just going to have it right here so you guys can see what I am doing. But I guess I should go get some boxes as well as hot glue gun, because I have a feeling I'm going to need that. So, I will be back. Enjoy the view of the blank wall and a couple of my ponies. I will try to be quick. I have returned, and I got 2 boxes, which doesn't seem like much, but to be honest, I think it will be enough. Some of which have my address. I need to cover that up. I just tear it off. No more address. Let me do the other one. The other one may not be possible. Oh, never mind, I got it. No more address on that box either. I think, unless there's multiple, sometimes there is. No. And no. We are safe. So, I got this box that Padre came in. I can probably make 2 stalls out of this. I know it's a very small box, but we're going to be making a little very small stalls for space saving purposes. So really, if I just grab little Miss Bluegrass Bandit here, I only want, like, I don't know if you can see the box flaps, but that's probably how wide the stall is going to be for each horse, which is good enough. I mean, obviously, I would never, ever, ever keep a real horse in a stall like this, but these, they're plastic. They can survive in a stall like that because they can't even move and they're not alive. So that's what we're going to do. I'm simply going to just kind of reuse these boxes for everything and just kind of like take these flaps and make dividers out of them, and then just get some chain or maybe even make some stall guards because they're not that hard to make, and use them as the doors. So let me grab my scissors and we shall get to cutting. And maybe if the two people that are here, if you want to do a Q&A, you can ask me some random questions. But let me grab my scissors. Alrighty. I could not find my hot glue gun while I was in the office, so I figured I would just go back and get it later. But let's start chopping away. And I'm probably going to paint some of these because obviously I don't want it to look like this. Like that one I might leave. I don't mind the brown, but we don't want the stalls to be saying, what does this even say? Thank you for using priority mail service. We don't want that in the stall. So we're gonna probably paint these. This is awkward. I'm trying to think of what to talk about. I mean, yeah, I was missing the model horse community, so that's why I'm doing this. Before it was strange because it was like I never even cared too much, and I was like excited to not have to do anything model horse related. But here I am now. I miss it. It was especially sad when a friend of mine, I think probably the first friend I had through the model horse community, she has left the model horse community and sold all her models, which was sad. But at the same time, it kind of was like, it helped me to get back to doing this. I paused for a second because I'm trying to figure out now what to do. I don't want the walls to be this tall. Or actually, I might leave it like that. I don't really mind. We just need to cut off one side. I'll cut off the front since, well, not front, but this side since it's like already kind of bent over. Cutting cardboard is never fun. It's always like a workout. Like I feel so tired after it. It's like I just ran a marathon. I usually do my best work when I have music, but we don't want copyright, so I can't have my music. And it's sad. Alright, so there you go. Easy stall. I just need some hot glue, but just to make two stalls, just take one of the box flaps and there you go. Two stalls. Let's get a horse with comparison. There you go. Big enough for small horses because she is very tiny, but it works. Alright, one stable basically complete, so we'll leave that there. Keep this extra cardboard. And now this one can probably be divided into a few stalls. Actually, no, I'm gonna, okay, so this is 4 stalls. 5. How big is this when we put this all together? We gotta do some measurements. I think that might be, like, maybe if I can find another small box like that. Because what I was wanting to do originally was get a long box and just make a bunch of stalls in one. But if I can't find one, then this will have to work. But I think that leaves enough room for maybe like the tack room, obviously, which is going to be pretty tiny, plus maybe one more stall or another paddock or something. I'm not sure what that noise is outside. I know the neighbors are doing some roofing, but I don't know if that's what that noise is. This box is very long, so this is going to be even more painful. I have to cut this. I'm trying to think about what to talk about. Man, this was an appropriate time to do this because, you know, everyone's at home, everyone's bored. This will give me something to do. I mean, I haven't been pretty bored. Probably because this hasn't affected our lives too much. We never went anywhere to begin with, so this hasn't changed my life much. But I was definitely starting to get bored, and that's why my mom let me get Cosmo, because it was a decent time to do so, to get another pet to play with, because, I mean, you can't really play with a snake, but, I mean, he's still, like, adorable, and I love to just, like, hold him. So that's entertaining enough. But, also, some more wholesome things to do. Make a Breyer barn, and make tack. I've been making a lot of tack, as you saw. But I figured, what's the point when I don't really have, like, anywhere to, like, use it? Because the most I do is use it for pictures, but I don't take pictures that often, so. I have to pause, like, every flap I cut off, because it hurts my hand. Swear. Why are you so tough? I don't even know where this box came from. And we had like tons, thousands of boxes. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is make this 2 bigger stalls for some bigger ponies. Like maybe I'll have a couple draft horses hanging out. Or like, I mean, straight up, there's just some horses that are just like really long, like him. Like he barely fits in there. But anyways, let's cut this. What is this? Paper. I tried to chuck that and it flew back at me. I was also thinking of doing a Schleich barn because it's smaller, which is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. It would be more convenient to have a smaller barn, but it's not that exciting. Plus, I don't have much Breyer accessories. I don't have many Breyer accessories. Well, I do. I have a lot, but they're just never, like, they're just too big and bulky. Like the hot walker, like I love it, but I can never use it in my barns because it's just too big. It takes up way too much space. I might try to use it in this one, but again, just too much space, too difficult. Plus all the jumps. I have so many jumps. I have a lot of stuff that I can't really use because just takes up too much space. I mean, even my fences. I have 2 fences. I have one that's actually made by Breyer, and one that my dad made by copying the Breyer fence, and he made one that's basically the same except it's a lot bigger. And I'm probably going to try to use that for the arena, and the Breyer made one for the pasture, if I can manage to have both. Or maybe I could use, like, I don't want to do that. I have a backdrop that's supposed to be an indoor arena that I use for pictures, and it looks really good on pictures, but it's really small, so it might not look like it. But it was a thought. It was a nice thought. This is so awkward. Oh, there's a spider. Run, little spider. It's just a little baby spider. He can stay if he wants. Where did he go? I don't know where he went. I'm sure he'll escape eventually. I like spiders, so I would not hurt him. There's a daddy long-legged spider back there somewhere. I felt bad because I accidentally destroyed his web by moving stuff, because I used to have a whole lot of stuff up against this wall, and I just now cleaned it out and moved it. And there was a lot of spiders and him back there who I messed up his web, but he's still chilling. I don't think he really cares that much because it wasn't much of his web that I messed up. But I had a lot of stuff. I had a bin of Schleich horses. I had my skateboard. I had all my Schleich dogs. I had my bow and arrow. Just everything. It was basically everything that didn't have a place. It was just piled up on this wall. Which I had a lot of stuff that didn't have a place. Okay, so if we put this down the middle, then that makes like a really big barn. Or I could separate it and make it 3 like really, really narrow, small barns. I like the look of the 2 big stalls, and I might do that, but I just, I don't know. Actually, no, I have an idea. I am going to make it like this. 2 stalls on the side, and this is not going to be a stall. This is going to be like a little walk-through area where there's like tack, or like a tack trunk in the back. Like just kind of like have maybe some hooks on here for the halters, you know, that kind of thing. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so in that case, I think I want to just stop there with the stalls.